Tour Junkies.
What's going on, golf addicts? Welcome to the final event of the PGA Tour 2025 season, the Tour Championship from East Lake Golf Club. 30 of the best players in the world, some of the best players in the world, 30 in the top FedEx Cup. We're going to break it down, some betting picks. We're going to talk about what in the world happened in the season-long competition between Matt Every and producer Tony. And we're getting ready for the fall. Pat, how we feeling? You got the Bulldog shirt on. For some reason, I chose my vintage Boys to Men t-shirt. It called out at me, and so I just put it on.
Well, I mean, yeah, it looks
But I have the Bulldogs hat on.
Bulldog. I almost wore a shirt with that same logo that's on your hat, but I decided to go with the more old school one here. And I'm excited about football season starting, and I'm ready for the show. I think. Actually, I'm not really ready. I'm not really ready for the show, but I'm here.
And you have podcast juice?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Man, I mean, 10 years, you're drinking the beer, I'm drinking the wine. Crazy town. How it's all happened.
A lot of changes. Yeah. Yeah.
Remind me to ask the listeners for something here in a minute on the 10-year thing. But everybody's got to know, first of all, that we're presented to you by our friends at SoBet, and they've got a big contest going on. Big contest going on in September. $25,000 in real cash can be earned on SoBet with no risk. You don't even have to be a good handicapper. You can just be an average Joe and get hot in September. And SoBet is giving away real cash money. All you got to do is click the link in our description, download the app, sign up for the app, use code TJ. You're going to get a nice little discount. It's only $1 for the first month. And if you're just a regular subscriber, not to mention some of the 100+ sports handicappers that SoBet vets and puts on that platform, handing out great picks every single day. You don't even have to be that person. You can just be yourself, your sorry self, and just get hot a little bit in September and win some of that $25K in cash money. They're getting geared up for football season. We're getting geared up for football season. So thank you to our friends at SoBet. By the way, continue to rock steady over there on SoBet with our exclusive golf bets every week. We'll obviously be keeping those rolling this week and into the fall season. Made some money in the top 20 matchups or top 20 bets last week, Pat. Made some money in a little round 1 2-ball parlay. If people like some of that, I threw that out there. Sometimes we get weird in the SoBet picks, and it paid off. And it actually helped us offset not having Scottie Scheffler on the card. So it was actually a winning week. So that's what we do on SoBet. We're now up over 23 units on SoBet for the season. So click the link in the description, give it a shot. But, Scottie winning obviously means a lot for Scottie. Another big paycheck.
Means a lot for Scottie.
And his 18th trophy on the PGA Tour. Bennett's like, okay, here we go. I got to run out to the 18th green again and hug dad and take pictures. And it's a regular Sunday. If you're Meredith and Bennett, you wake up on Sunday, you have breakfast or brunch with your dad because he has a late tea time. And then you go to church probably. And then you maybe eat a lunch. And then you get ready to walk back out on the 18th green and smile and take pictures. That's what you do on Sundays. And Scottie did his thing.
Poop in before the picture. You got to poop in your diaper.
Yes. Bennett, he took care of that this time.
Mm-hmm.
They ran down Bobby Mack. Bobby Mack shoots 1 over on the weekend to get run down by Scottie Scheffler. But, there were other implications in Scottie Scheffler's victory. He was battling with the young, hot Norwegian, Ludvig Åberg, who was trying to put his name in the hat to possibly take down Scottie on Sunday, but to no avail. We've had this little thing called the SZN Long Bet going on all year. And some of you guys probably check out during that. Although we did get some emails last week about people with suggestions for next year. They seem to enjoy the SZN Long Bet. I will enjoy when people actually pay off their bets. Like, for example, you, Pat.
I know. Yeah, I still owe last year. I got to go to a bad concert.
I spent some time with a longtime listener. He's been listening since like 2016. Our friend Hunter Collins played in a little weekend golf tournament with him at Belle Meade this past weekend. God, I love Belle Meade. Belle Meade's a great place. Shout out to Belle Meade. GM Josh Morey, Nick Wood for hosting me. But I was playing with Hunter Collins, big Tour Junkies fan, and come to find out, he's also like me. He's a little bit of a metalcore guy. He likes some of the scream stuff, and he was giving me a suggestion of. We were both kind of kicking out some ideas for concerts for you to go to. I'd love to go with you to Charlotte to see our friends Bill Murray in Charlotte. Hunter is a big fan of this band called Beartooth. You can check them out, Pat. But anyway, yeah, Beartooth.
I mean, I feel like if it's going to be a scream band, I mean, something like Beartooth it fits. Yeah. So
yeah, they definitely fit. Anyway, drop suggestions if you're on the YouTube. But drop a comment. Where should Pat maybe go pay off his bet that he lost a year ago? But anyway, this year's punishment for finishing dead last is some sort of a stand-up comedy set. And really, me and Pat have been fine all year. We've been good.
Yeah, we had good starts.
Yeah, congrats to you. You finished first. Good for you.
Thank you. Yeah.
But it wasn't about finishing first. It was about not finishing last. And producer Tony and our friend Matt Every have been battling. And really, I would argue producer Tony's been kind of, just cruising, Tony.
Yeah.
And Matt's not on here today. He's got some serious travel issues. He hated he couldn't be here. But Tony, do you have the totals for us? And can you explain how it all ended up shaking out?
Yeah, so I think Matt has been in last place literally all year, from the first event.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm looking at the American Express, that's when we started, and I did have $0, zero doll hairs that week. So I think
you took over pretty much.
Yeah, but there's a lot of blame to go around. There's Wyndham Clark, Patton Kazire from that week. I had a handful of $0 weeks, but yeah. So the final totals, like you said, Pat, you had over 19, almost $20 million for the year. DB 16.6.
Good job, DB. Way to go.
Thank you. Matt with Scottie Scheffler, the past 2 times he's had the number 1 pick. He's gone with Scottie, and Scottie's won both. So I could blame Scottie, although I just like Scottie too much. But that's $7 million right there. Pretty much almost half of what Matt's earned this entire season, for a grand total of $14,644,000 and some change.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ludwig, I don't even blame Ludwig. Apparently he had food poisoning yesterday, was battling a little bit from some of the boots on the ground there. But man, Andrew Novak with a DFL yesterday. And I finish up with $13.8 million. And yeah, I'll be doing an open mic night here around the Houston area. So I'm not super worried about it. Let me back up here. I'm like really up on this.
You're not?
No, because I've done a couple of these before. Like I love comedy. Just, if I could choose between like sitting down and watching, I mean, I love a good action movie, a good comedy movie, but I love just like a good stand-up set. So I've gone out just to, not trying to do anything, but just kind of a hobby. I write jokes down in my head sometimes or on my phone, which I want to run a little set list by you guys. See what you guys think. So I'm not super worried about that.
But you got the set list now.
No, we shouldn't do that now. We have to do that. Let's do that for the Pro Tour.
So I just want to throw some topics. I don't have a full set list, but I want to throw some ideas. Yeah.
I have a follow-up. I have a follow-up idea. A follow-up idea after you're done with this. So.
Okay. So I've brought this
before you do that. Before. You know how I knew Pat had a follow-up idea?
Because you saw my face. Like, we've done this long enough. You can tell.
Pat has a follow-up idea face that he has, and I could see it. It's been on there for like 94 seconds.
You knew it was coming.
It's like a little Bill Cosby. It's like, I mean, not in the rapey way, but in the.
I'll get a show where I've got a cocktail, a little beer, and then laugh.
Cover your drink.
Anyway,
all right. So I've brought up a couple of these before. Wheelchair basketball. Do they call traveling in wheelchair basketball, and how do they do that? Is there a slam dunk contest in wheelchair basketball? So a couple other ones I want to throw at you. Just a thought, an idea. I know I'm a true adult when I don't lick the yogurt wrapper after I peel off the lid off of a yogurt anymore, which
I
is
like
the
that one.
which is the cousin to if I drip a little jelly on the counter and just lick it up right off the counter instead of getting a paper towel
Yeah.
to clean it up. Just me,
Bro,
no.
You can put ranch in this category too, on anything. Like ranch
if you
and
do
sugar.
that, it doesn't matter what else you do. You are not an adult.
Yeah.
Okay, but can I confess, since we're confessing something?
Give it to me.
I would never do this in public, but I do that. I just did it. And my wife doesn't know that I do it because when she's around, I sneak and do it. But it's a problem. When you pour wine, which obviously I'm now a big wine guy, when you pour wine, I don't want the red wine dripping down the bottle and staining the counter or whatever. So when I pour it, I just go a little, I just hit it. I don't go up to the part that it comes out of, but just enough to get it to stop.
See, that's why the waiter does the spin.
I
They
do,
spin.
yeah.
That's how they do the spin of the bottle after they pour. That's why they do that. I think.
Yeah, but I'm
That's
not
why.
doing that in my house, man. Like at the crib, I'm just trying to pour that thing, get it going, let's go, and then a little bit of that. Make sure the wife doesn't see.
I like that.
Move on.
That is not above me to do either. I will do that in a
Maybe
second.
you could try that one too, Tony. You can have. You know what? I'll give you that one. I'll give you that.
Well, see, that's what that was my follow up. Was I wondered if you can fit it in, because I know there's a time constraint for an open mic night. I mean, could DB and I each write a joke for you, and you see how they land?
Yeah,
and then you
that's
could
true.
say like, well, that wasn't really mine. Somebody made me do it, like, so that you didn't take all the blame for it. But I think like we should each write one joke for
That's
you.
not a bad idea, Pat. That you know what? Your follow up idea face, very well warranted. Good idea.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like it. I got one here too that I'm a terrible high fiver, and I know that's been in the golf world for years and years and years as well.
Yeah.
So there's some racist stuff that you could throw in there too. Not racist like racist type stuff, but races where if I'm walking up to a black guy, am I expected to do the dap? If I'm walking up to Pat, am I just expected to just normally shake his hands?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, if it's at night with his olive complexion, that could be confusing. I can understand how you could get confused. But definitely when you get up close with Pat, you would obviously just give him the real firm, handshake, like you're meeting your girlfriend's dad for the first time. Yeah.
Hello, sir. Yeah.
Strong handshake. Don't be giving me that limp wrist.
Sometimes I like to.
Yeah.
Can I tell you that? So my kid, my middle son, we're like he's like let us be around his friends, and they're all like 15, 16, and there's a couple of them we really like. They're just great kids.
Yeah.
And my oldest son never really let us around his friends, so we just didn't have that experience. So now we're having this experience. So we were at their football game the other night, but when I see them, I make a point to dominate the handshake situation. I want it to be no. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this my way. I'm the adult. I'm old. You're young. I'm not doing the whole like. I'm not doing the that and the this and the snap. We're just I make them. I'll turn their hand and be like, no, boy, we're handshaking. This is a handshake.
Pull them in a little bit.
Yeah. Just because I think every now and then the young people need that.
Assert the dominance. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, you're teaching them. You're teaching them.
Yeah. Okay.
You're not going to do that in the business world. You're not going to go to your boss and, snap and do all that. Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. There's levels to handshakes.
Yeah.
And then you got to have the coordination as well.
Though, Tony, you gotta.
Yeah. Don't give out too much.
Yeah.
I got one other one too, just about. Say again.
Listeners are wanting to go to your show, I'm sure. So
are they going to make the drive out to Houston, you think?
I don't know. We could have a lot of Houston listeners.
Houston.
This has to be live streamed or videoed somewhat. We have to be able to see this.
I'll video it. Yeah, I'll figure out a way to video to get a buddy to come with me or something like that. But yeah. So
well, I was also looking at the sheet. I was just curious how many times everybody had Scottie Scheffler this year. I only had him twice, and he did not win for me. Actually, yes, he won the CJ Cup for me, all $1.8 million. And then I had him for the players, and he did not win that. Pat had him 4 times. No, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Pat had him 5 times, including 3 wins, 4 million, 3.8, 3.4. He had him for the Masters, the PGA, and Charles Schwab. So Pat
Didn't I
really
get lucky a few times though with somebody not taking Scotty for some reason, and then it kind of.
maybe.
And I
Listen,
think I had Rory for the players, which
P-
basically vaulted me into the
yeah,
lead for the rest of the year.
you had Rory a lot too. I mean, listen, when Scotty's on the board, you got to take Scotty. I'm just curious how many times it happened. Tony, I only see you had him. You had him 3 times. It was
3
kind of towards
times,
the
yeah.
end. Matt had him 1, 2, 3, 4. Matt had him 4 times. So
Wait, you only had him how many times?
I had him
DB?
twice. That's it.
Twice, and you still were second? That's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I mean,
Rory for the Masters helped me a lot. I had Rory and Berger 4.4 million. That helped me a lot. So yeah. Well, it was a crazy turn of events. How the turns table and all that happened. We all just thought it was destined to be Matt, and then he pulls it out right at the end. Unbelievable. He actually said he was a little bummed. He said he wanted to do it. So I'm looking forward to this. I think it's going to be really good.
Who do you think pays this off first?
You.
Me or Pat?
I feel like it's gonna be you, but
yeah, it's going to be you.
pressure is on.
Tony, are you a
Pressure.
metalcore guy? Do you like a little emo, scream, band, rock, metal stuff?
I love all kinds of music. That's the one that I can't. I
can't really stand it either, to be honest. I just
So
can't.
I'll listen to like a cover of something like that. Like there's one from 10 years ago now it's a scream metal band, but they do that Rihanna song Diamonds.
Yeah.
And it's awesome, but
Yeah.
not just casually no, that's one I'll turn off. I like hard rock, some of that stuff, but the scream can't do.
Okay. All right. Well, Tony, look, props to you, man. I'm glad you're already working on your material. You're good. You're a good sport. Poor producer Tony. It was a tough Sunday.
Unreal.
Tough weekend.
We
But
love you
that's
though, Tony.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
I love you guys.
Yep. He loses to this guy.
Oh,
Unbelievable. Can't believe he lost to that guy. Just
man.
crazy. Anyway. All right, that's the season-long wrap-up. No more of that for the rest of this year. We are gonna, we're gonna keep going in the fall like we always do. We're gonna have a little break next week. No golf in the action next week. I think the Pro Core is the first event back before the Ryder Cup. Am I right? Let me look at this actually.
I think you're right. Isn't it Napa?
Oh, we have a couple weeks off. We have a couple weeks off. Yes, it is in Napa. So we have a couple weeks off. And then we have the Pro Core. That's going to be a big event because a lot of Team USA is going to play. Although Bryson not allowed to play. And a lot of people think he should not get a sponsor's exemption or cannot get a sponsor's exemption. Brandel Chambly doesn't even think he should be on the team. So we got the Pro Core. We'll obviously preview that on September 8th, I think, 7th or 8th. And then we have another week off. And then we have our Ryder Cup. And we will be doing a Ryder Cup preview, but we will also be at the Ryder Cup and expect you to be there as well with our friends at Elite Events. We've been talking about that all year. If you're just now finding out about it, I don't know what you're doing. But the link is in the description. You can fill out the form and join us. It's going to be a great time. We're looking forward to meeting everybody there. If you are going, reach out to us. Let us know you're going. Send us a DM on X or Instagram or email us info@tourjunkies.com. Let us know you're going. We're going to get a nice weekend there in New York City as the boys try to take care of business there at Bethpage. And thank God it looks like Brian Campbell will not be on the ride.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about that.
Yeah. And of course, we'll be back for all the rest of the fall events throughout the year. But before we get into East Lake, Pat, I was thinking about this last night. We've talked about it all year 10. I believe the date, I don't know the exact date, but it's like September. I want to say it's like middle or late September of 2015 was the first show we published. Now we started Tour Junkies in like May of 15.
Yeah.
But that was when we started like the Twitter account and we started working on the logo and we started practicing for the podcast, which no one does anymore. But the first show was released It's about 10. It's 10 years ago in like mid-September. And I was trying to figure out a way, but there's not because we don't have enough time and nobody else is willing to do this. Like a way to like have some sort of an episode where we reminisce on some of our favorite moments. You know, maybe we can do like a top 10 moments episode where you and I can think back some of our favorite moments in Tour Junkies history. I don't know how we're not going to be able to like clip it and all that because we can't afford to pay producer Tony to do all that. But I would love to hear from listeners who've been there a while. If you could bring up and let us know like some of your favorite moments, because I'm sure we'll forget or we might think a certain moment was memorable and it really wasn't as memorable as something else. But you know, a favorite moment from the show or from anything we've done in the last 10 years, put that in a YouTube comment. Email. Honestly, the best thing you could do is probably email us or message us on X, info@tourjunkies.com, or message us on X or Instagram, DM us. They're all open. Would love to kind of think through those and then we can maybe have a laugh and you know, have a couple cocktails. Maybe Pat will get on Planet Tito's for old time's sake on that episode and we can reminisce. Don't you think that'd be fun, buddy?
Yeah, I think I would love to do that. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And definitely whenever you reminisce, I feel like you got to have a few cocktails in you when you reminisce. And
Oh,
maybe
dude,
you don't have to get to Planet Tito's, but you got to have, because that just needs to happen. So
yeah, reminiscing and having a cocktail with your boys, if that's a good time. That's a really good time. All right, I think that's it. We got East Lake this week, and we got no handicap situation. It's just straight up. Now tell me, you know, who's got it? No starting strokes for Scheffler. 30 guys at East Lake trying to get it done for all the marbles. And yet, you know, I mean, the Tour Championship format has not been perfect. It never has been. Do we like it better without the starting strokes? I think I do. But remember before starting strokes when we would all piss and moan about when there weren't starting strokes, and it'd be like a season like Scotty's having, and it'd be like, well, what if somehow Harry Hall wins the Tour Championship? You know, like what are we gonna do? It's like John Rahm winning the Live thing yesterday, and I don't think he's won on Live all year, right? And then
He
like
hasn't.
Neiman's
No.
won 5 times. Like, isn't that just gonna be weird?
It is going to be weird, but I don't know. I think the whole system. I mean, this is not a show about the whole system to be able to change it.
I know.
But
I was just looking at that.
it is weird.
I can't believe Rahm didn't win one time. He had 4 runner-ups. And every event was a top 10 except for Dallas. He had a T11. And then Neiman had 5 wins and only one other top 10. And the rest of them were like 20, 23, 33. Kind of crazy. Anyway, this is not a Live Golf show, but that's just what it would feel like given how this has gone this year. I mean, I just can't imagine it being anyone other than Scotty for posterity, but I also can't imagine it being anyone other than Scotty because he's just continues to just do it. And plus 150, I almost just want to say, there's your show. Have a great night. I don't know.
Minus 1250 for a top 10.
Minus 1250. Dear Lord.
I mean, look, it is. I don't know what to say about how this tournament will go, but it would kind of anger me a little bit if you saw like a Sungjae M win it. Now I would like it for Sungjae, who lives in Atlanta now, I think, or did. I don't know.
And Willie will.
And Willie will, but I mean, that would just feel weird. As bad as Sungjae has really been, I'm actually surprised he's even in this field.
Let's see. So this year, Scotty has made official prize money. He has made $23.9 million. He has played in 18 events with 5 wins, a runner-up, and 15 top 10s. That is what he has done. The winner of the FedEx Cup gets what? Isn't it like 18 million or what is it? It's like an obscene amount of money, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find out where.
I think it's 10 million plus. I think it is. He's already earned the first part of it, which is another like 5 million if you are the leader at the end going in the Tour Champion after the BMW. I think there's a structure where if you're leading after the BMW, you get a $5 million bonus and then 10 million for winning. How close
Wow,
am
look
I to
at
that?
you. Dude, I can't even believe you. I can't believe you even know that. Did you just make that up?
No, I actually looked it up like a week ago.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, oh, they were talking about it on PGA Tour radio
No,
today.
no, they weren't. No, I looked it up because I was curious as to. Actually, somebody asked me the question, and I was like, I don't know. And then I either Googled it or went Chat GPT and found out the answer.
I thought that was Pat's PGA Tour radio minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So newsflash, your defending champ at Eastlake is checks notes. Oh yeah, it's Scottie.
Yeah.
He won here last year. I mean, he had a head start, but God, he still gained 10.5 strokes on the field. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna win. So I guess we could talk
Even
about.
though he has this, I don't know. Even though he has a 4,000 point lead, he still has to win the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Now the points don't matter, I think.
Oh, they just throw out the points at this point. That's
Yeah, the points get you to here now, and you're here.
Do you think they
So
set
it's
up the course based off of that though? Do you think they have a little bit? This is a way out there thought, I know, but they're thinking like, all right, what are we gonna do to make sure Scottie wins? Like, I mean, I don't know. Like,
to make
we
sure
don't
he
have to do
wins.
anything actually because he's probably gonna win anyway. So that's what they're thinking.
Yeah. Wait, this thing says, hold on, FedEx Cup position through the Wyndham gets 10 million if you're in first, and then through the BMW 5. So he's already gotten 15. That's how they're doing it. Because I knew the pot was bigger than the
Okay, so
10
yeah.
million.
Well,
So
all right.
so he already got 10 million. Maybe I don't know, and I don't know if that's included in the 23. But he's already gotten 10 million because he was number one through Wyndham. And then he got another 5 million because he's number one after yesterday. And then if he wins the Tour Championship, he gets another 10.
It's pretty good.
But I mean, even if he doesn't, because you still get, I mean, if he finishes second, he gets 5 million. If he finishes third, he gets 3.7 million. God, this guy, I mean,
Who
that
can
chip,
win other than Scottie though?
Jesus coming back. I don't think there's, I don't know. And I think even Jesus is like, you know what? I like how Scotty's repping me down there. I'm going to let him have one more, and then we're coming back.
Yeah.
Like, he's
Yeah.
just doing his thing, man. That chip on Sunday and he just clutches up, and there's not a course that he can't win on. Eastlake probably plays more to his strengths than I would argue Cays Valley. It's a little shorter, not as stupid, and 7,500 yards. And it's Bermuda. I think he's great on Bermuda. He's familiar with it. So like, God, I mean, and he did it without Ted Scott on the bag again. Like, and I mean, Ted Scott is great. He's great. But as much as we have lauded Ted Scott and the combo of Ted Scott and Scotty, he just goes out and I mean, he wins with the daggum chaplain, you know, or whatever, or almost wins the FedEx St. Jude with the chaplain, and then wins the BMW with no Teddy, with Chris Kirk's caddy on the bag, Georgia Bulldog, by the way. I mean, I don't know. The guy's unstoppable. I really don't. I don't see it not being Scotty. But let's talk top tens maybe. And if you think somebody could actually win, sure. I think there are three names. I think there are three names that I would give a snowball's chance that I also like the odds if I were crazy, and that would be Ludwig at 16-1. That would be for the first time, maybe all year. I'm interested in Victor Hovland at 28-1, and then Cam Young at 30. And Cam would be my last one off. I think the two Norwegians, Lud and Vic, have the best chance of running him down here. Victor's won here before. The iron play has looked unbelievably good lately. Kind of back to vintage Victor. I think he thrives at East Lake. And then obviously Ludwig starting to show back up again after kind of being quiet for a lot of the year, just in time to kick everybody's butt at the Ryder Cup. But those two for me, and that's really it. Now Hovland at plus 130 and Cam Young at plus 140 as top tens, I would get down with. So if I had to just really go skinny and go like with a very frugal card, it would be Ludd and Hovland to win. Hovland and Cam Young also top tens, and I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would agree on Ludd and Hovland. I think something to be said for Sam Burns and how he played last week. I don't think I could see him winning. Plus 125 as a top 10. I don't mind. I think Maverick
I don't mind that
McNeely.
either.
I think Mav. I mean, look, he doesn't have any experience here, at least not that I've seen in the last 5 years. And
No, he's never
but
made
plus
there.
150, he's been playing really well. I could see Mav up there, but there's not really anybody else.
He's pretty well secured. I mean, the top 6 have already automatically qualified the Ryder Cup, and really the next, I would say, only the 12th spot is up for grabs in terms of the rankings. Now, obviously, Captain Keegan can do whatever he wants, but Mav now has such a points lead, and he's moved up to the 10 spot. I don't think he has to play for his Ryder Cup spot this week. I don't think neither does Ben Griffin, Morikawa, or Justin Thomas. And really, Keegan probably doesn't either, except just for himself and being the captain. And is he going to pick himself or not? So I think from a point standpoint, Brian Harmon, Andrew Novak, Cam Young, Patrick Cantlay, Sam Burns, those are the guys that need to make a big points move to really inject themselves into that conversation further. But other than that, I mean, everybody else is kind of there with the points, and there's only so much you can do. It doesn't mean they don't want to win, but just a little extra motivation there to get that pick. But yeah, Mav has played really well. I don't hate the top 10 there for Mav.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the top 10 there. I don't see the victory, but a top 10. I mean, maybe the longest shot top 10 I could see happening would be. I mean, maybe Harry Hall, as good as he putts.
Yeah, and I mean, talk about having to make a move. He's still trying to convince Europe that he had a comment or two about not being in the boys club or in Europe. So yeah, I mean, he could
plus 185.
But I mean, he's going to have to do something crazy to get up there.
And I mean, there is, bet the number. There's a model out this week. He's 8th in the model. I think Harry Hall at plus 185, top 10 feels pretty good. I don't know. Harry Ho. I don't know about anybody else though.
I mean,
we don't know what Justin Rose will do. I mean, Justin Rose.
I did kind of look at Rosie. I looked at Akshay a little bit too, just because he's just been kind of, I mean, he's volatile, but he's just been popping. The upside could be there. But other than that, I'm good. I mean, really, yeah. Maybe the move to juice Scottie is like Scottie to win and, pick a guy to top 10, Ludwig to top 10 or something. I don't know. I think Scottie's going to win. I don't know what I'm going to do about a betting card this week. I may put one out or I may not. I may just save my units for now. But yeah, not much going with the Tour Championship with Scottie on the run that he's on. I mean, some of the best players in the world plus 150. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll do a little football talk later on in the fall with. I know Every really hated that he missed that. Maybe we'll do that for the Pro Core. I don't know. The Pro Core is going to be kind of hot with all those guys coming.
I think it is too. I think it's going to be it'll be interesting. So, and that one is in Napa. We decided that's the one in Napa, right?
Yeah, that's the one in Napa. Now, we do have my fantasy draft is coming up this weekend. You're in that league. You have your stupid league that you're in the next week, Labor Day weekend. I'll be at the Georgia game, first Georgia game of the year on August 30th, taking my little girl who's turning into quite a big Georgia fan, taking her to her first game. little 3:30 game against Marshall. Great for tailgating. We're gonna have some fun in Athens.
Well, we'll learn a lot, I think, in these first couple of weeks. So
So what are you thinking in terms of your what's the draft strategy looking like? What are you thinking? Where are you going? Who you eyeing? Where are you?
in your league,
Or in your league, whatever.
well, in your league, I'm going to keep Bucky Irving, which I'm very excited about Bucky. I drafted him last year, if you remember, in the 11th round, and I got a lot of shit for it. I love the tradition we have where you have to take a terrible shot of some sort of,
Yeah.
I don't
Cheap
even know
liquor.
where you find these shot things that you
Yeah.
find, but and I had Bucky Irving, and so I get to keep him. I'm excited about that. I think I'm picking in the very tail end of your draft, so I'm nervous about that. I don't know if I like being in the tail end this year.
Where are you exactly?
Maybe 10. I think I'm picking 10, which is
See,
like
I
the
kinda
exact same spot that I picked last year. I'm always at the tail end of your draft.
I think, yeah, you're number 10. I think this year is kind of a good year to be at the back. Um, especially in our league, a little full point PPR, you start 3 receivers. I just think I think it's an interesting spot to be in the back. I would like to be there. I guess I'd like to be there for the first couple rounds. After that, I don't know that I'd want to be there. I like being where I'm at more so in the middle because I just hate the gap between picks.
Yeah.
But the first couple rounds, I like having those 2 picks. I think there's enough depth where your first pick is not gonna be much different than my first pick,
Yeah.
and I'm a few spots ahead of you.
Well, it will be, yeah, I have to say I feel very unprepared.
I do too.
Like, my
Yeah,
draft that's coming up this weekend, I'm 11th in that one. I'm keeping Jaden Daniels, but there's also we have a lot heavier emphasis on what quarterbacks can do as far as points. But I mean, I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. Going to the Cherokee Casino this
Oh,
weekend.
yeah. Oh, yeah, your draft is this weekend. I forget about that.
Yeah, it's this weekend, not next weekend. Up in North
Cherokee
Carolina.
Casino.
Yeah.
Alright. You
I
gonna play
don't know.
blackjack, or what are you doing?
No, I hear the odds are bad at the Cherokee
Oh,
casinos.
yeah, dude, they rip
Yeah,
you off big
I
time.
think it's craps is what I
Craps.
need to be
Yeah.
playing.
What's your move?
And uh, what's the move everybody does? Is it don't pass?
They do the don't pass line.
Yeah, don't pass. I don't
But you
like to
gotta
be
play
that guy.
you gotta play don't pass with odds,
Yeah.
and then I like a little, it's kind of I like to play the numbers up top, but only 6 and 8. Only 6 and 8.
Hey, can you
I
pause
don't
a second?
Huh?
I got a pizza at the front door. I need to go grab it. You just hang on one second.
Oh,
You
God.
talk about your draft. Hang on.
Okay. Okay. Well, you can tell it's the Tour Championship, folks. We've gone 40 minutes, and about 4 minutes of it was about golf. It is what it is. At this point, we don't care. So if you don't like it, then I'm sorry. We hope you stick around or come back, but we don't really care anymore. It's the Tour Championship. We're all ready for football. We're tired. Pat's gonna want his pizza. He's gonna get cranky if I keep him on here for too much longer. He'll get cranky that we can't because he's gonna want to eat his pizza. Um, so we'll just we'll button it up. We'll button it up and let him go do his thing. What kind of pizza do we get?
Pepperoni and ground beef.
Or is this just you by yourself?
No, I got the boys with me.
Oh, okay. All right. A little
Yeah.
pepperoni and ground beef.
Pepperoni and
All right.
ground beef, a little salad and some wings.
Wow, you really splurged, huh, Dad?
Yeah.
Nice.
What were you saying?
Okay.
Yeah, anyway, I don't know how prepared I am this year. I feel like it's an
Yeah.
interesting year. But I'm coming off a championship in that league, so only my fourth
Nice.
title.
Oh wow. Okay, good for you. All right, I think that's it. That's enough. We've done it. We've hit our max. It's the Tour Championship. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Okay. Enjoy the Tour Championship. Enjoy the little break from golf. Enjoy college football getting back up and running. By the time you see us next, we'll all be just so close to the NFL. We can taste it.
Yes.
Best of luck to you with all your fantasy drafts. And don't forget to send us those comments, those emails, those DMs on some of your favorite moments of the show over the last 10 years. at Tour_Junkies on all socials, and info@tourjunkies.com on email. Bend over your bookies, people, and pre-congrats to Scottie on a heck of a year, winning the Tour Championship and another umpteen $1 million. Really impressive.
Indeed.
See ya. Out. Tour Junkies featuring David Barnett is not an affiliate of CWM LLC. Opinions expressed by the host or guests do not reflect those of CWM LLC. CWM LLC does not endorse gambling or the entities promoted by the Tour Junkies podcast. David is a non-registered representative of CWM LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor.